You published Cudahy's 10 Golden Rules on How to Run an Organization, which you also consider how not to screw up an organization. I just briefly want to go through 1 to 10 and just get you to amplify what you mean by these kind of Cudahy commandments of doing business. Commandment number 1, stay financially independent. Don't let the venture guys in too soon, no matter how difficult it is. Rule number 2, don't have meetings. Meetings are the curse of modern business. Most break up without a decision. If you must get together, do it in the parking lot or have no chairs in the meeting room.
It's better in the parking lot when it's about January.
Number 3, never make an organizational chart. Putting people in boxes always makes some smug and others mad. A true representation of how people work together would look like a Picasso painting, and then, of course, no one would understand it.
Well, I think that the organizational charts, today I still feel that organizational charts are demeaning. I don't, you're in this little box over here, and then they have another thing that they do with them. They put a dotted line from this guy to that guy. What does that mean?
Number 4, promote from within. This one Lawrence Peter said 20 years ago, but it deserves repeating. Obviously, if your company is growing fast, it's hard to do. But if you're continuously going to the outside for talent, you're probably doing something wrong.
There are people who not necessarily will pop up out of the woodwork for that job. But if you look around and you ask people, there are always an abundance of talent.
Leads us to number 5, don't hire consultants every time you have a problem.
Well, that's my favorite thing about consultants. You know, if you have a problem that is specific and nobody has the talent to solve that problem, then a consultant is probably what you need. But if it's just plain laziness, which it is a lot of the time, let's put the Ajax Consulting Company in there. They'll figure it out. Why don't you figure it out, you know?
Have a love affair with your employees. What do you mean by that?
Well, I had 3,500 of them, so that's sort of a
You're a bigger man than I.
Yes. What I mean is, basically, corporations are very cold. They give you a number, that's what you are. They don't act like you're a part of the family.
Number 7, give away the store to your employees.
If you hold all the stock and all the ownership within your own pockets or pocket, Joe Jones out there doesn't feel like he's a part of it. If he has even 1 share of stock, it's better than if he has nothing.
Number 8, don't play big shot. No reserved parking or private entrances. No fancy offices and thicker carpets for a chosen few. And let the people do what they want in their own area. Crazy posters, radios, plants, and decorations of any kind. It'll make the place home, and people will show up for work a lot more often. Let peer pressure prevent anything outrageous. Number 9, ignore the competition. More people waste more time worrying about what the competition is doing than tending to their own knitting. Just keep a steady course in the direction you feel is best for your customers' needs. Elbow grease is a good substitute for paranoia.
Well, I used to, in light of that, when we went to one of these conventions, medical conventions, we noticed that the competition was forever sneaking around the corner to see if they could find out what we're doing. So I just dedicated one day during the conference for all competition to come and take a look. Anything they wanted to see. So we were forever inventing, and they were always trailing behind us.
Number 10, finally, preserve your sense of humor at all costs. Sure, times get tough, but if business isn't fun anymore, give it up and become a cab driver or bartender. You only live once. Somehow I can picture you thinking that.
Well, it's nothing wrong with being a cab driver and a bartender. I think that's kind of fun.